There's actually a near-death experience account that has become central to my spirituality. This woman had a near-death experience when she was a small child where she learned that the purpose of life is pain. Because an unlimited God is limited by its own lack of limitation. It's a contradiction and thus cannot exist. A being of pure love and joy cannot experience things like hatred and pain, so we volunteered to come here as a part of God to experience those things so that everything can exist. And that is the meaning of free will. This disturbed me for a long time because it reminded me of teachings about samsara in like Hinduism and Buddhism. You know, life is suffering. Whereas I have always felt like, well, sure, suffering is a part of life, but why focus on the very worst part of it? Like, isn't everything else worth it? And then one night, I thought I was having a bad interaction with my antidepressant, and I thought I might really be in trouble, and I was kind of freaking out. But lying there on the bathroom floor, it suddenly hit me. That's it. Everything else is worth it. And now I'm getting into my own interpretation versus what the woman who had this near-death experience actually said, but I realized something. Experience of just one thing without any contrast loses all sense of itself. It's like how you go noseblind to a room you've been in for a long time, or how heat doesn't make any sense without cold as either a concept or an experience. Just in practical terms, what does love mean without adversity? What does peace mean without conflict? The experience of pain pinches us out of the deep sleep of unawareness. So it seems to me that what this woman learned during her NDE was not that the goal is to return to a state of perfect unity and virtual non-existence, but rather we chose pain for the sake of existence. I don't think she was saying that every individual has to go through cycles of pain eternally. It could be like we put in our time and after that we're free. And maybe part of what we're trying to do here is to create a contrast that isn't pain. Thinking this way has been super helpful for me because it brings meaning to hardship that otherwise seems meaningless. It makes me feel like my life has purpose no matter what happens or what I do. I do think there's a risk with this kind of thinking that people will think that it means you should seek out pain or prolongate it, but I really don't think that's the point. I mean, as stated before, one of the benefits of pain is that it pushes us to grow, to make our conditions better. And I think pain's going to happen regardless of whether we seek it out. In fact, I think that even if we don't realize it, the experience of separation from the divine is suffering. All we really got to do is be here and live.